name is Tanner Wagley, and today we're talking about junk food in America. Within the last couple of decades, there has been a shift in attitude towards food consumption. That is, that food is no longer considered a means of survival and is instead an addictive pastime enjoyed by many Americans. Today, I will discuss with you the prevalent dietary issues surrounding the American standard of eating as to enlighten individuals and prevent unnecessary health conditions. Researchers accredit this shift in eating pattern to the globalization of processed junk food and the appeal of easy access to on-the-go meals. Junk food is a title held by any empty-calorie food high in calories, but low in vital micronutrients needed to support healthy weight and the prevention of health-related diseases. Junk food, due to its delicious taste, cheap price, and convenience, is popular among all age groups and has an addictive property that makes portion control unattainable. The average American lifestyle promotes excess consumption of processed junk foods that leads to obesity and other health-related issues, such as cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. To effectively reduce the presence of food-related issues in America, we will first identify America's problematic dietary trends. Second, we will discuss the supporting causes, and then lastly, we will present feasible solutions on the federal, state, and personal level. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, 45.4% of the adult population in America is currently considered obese or extremely obese. A majority of those individuals blame processed junk food for their weight. Psychologist Suzanne Fraser has claimed that the addictive properties of the chemicals mixed into junk foods are so great that they can be compared to conventional drugs that keep consumers coming back for more. Addiction is not the only concern that pops up when eating these types of processed foods. Junk food allows individuals to eat without planning, which results in overconsumption of refined sugars and saturated fatty acids. Law associate Jackson Davis has reported that more and more American families are dining out due to the availability of tasty meals that are cheaply priced, adding to the list of reasons junk foods are quick to consume on a daily basis. Cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes are two of the most reported diseases caused by the consumption of processed junk foods. Physician Ian Miles from the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases has stated that the lack of macro and micronutrients in junk food causes secondary immune dysfunction through reluctant diseases such as diabetes, adding a greater emphasis on eating a healthy diet. Junk foods, while they do not contain beneficial vitamins and minerals, do contain unhealthy properties such as omega-3 fatty acids, refined sugars, and cholesterol. Processed sugars and added cholesterol have been found to inflame the immune system and can cause flare-ups in the individuals already suffering from type 2 diabetes. Cholesterol found in junk food affects the liver, which can also lead to other organs being affected. Junk food already contains high amounts of cholesterol and fats, but with the addition of conventional packaging, overconsumption is not hard to reach. Now, you might be asking by now how exactly junk food has become and continues to be the problem it is today. To understand the issue, I will start by first explaining what exactly junk food is. Junk food is a slang term used for food with very little nutritional value. Containing nothing but white processed flour, refined sugar, and numerous food additives, these food items have no beneficial nutrients and in some cases have ingredients that are considered unhealthy on a daily basis. Created in the same century as electricity and labor-saving devices, junk food made an appearance when manufacturers started processing food with cheaper ingredients and faster food preparation, which led to cheaper ingredients and faster food methods being used, which led to the food declining in health. In modern times, junk food is considered a staple food item in the diet of most Americans, and it's most appealing for its price, taste, and convenience. As we have discovered, consuming these types of foods on a daily basis do come with a consequence, as most individuals who frequently indulge themselves on junk food suffer from excess body weight and associated side effects. Now let's go on to the solutions. On a grand scale, what really needs to happen is people need to change their diets completely. However, not many people would be open to this type of change and would argue that they are perfectly fine with their unhealthy lifestyle and would mostly use the excuse that they're here for a good time, not a long time. What can happen on a grand scale is implementation of educational campaigns. Educational campaigns would be the most impactful strategy for accomplishing diet change. They are informative, capable of widespread reach, and can be targeted towards a certain audience. Most campaigns that are currently being publicized aim to change specific lifestyle choices, such as junk food consumption, to diminish the presence of obesity, diabetes, and other heart-related diseases. Now, on a local scale, the best solution would be to make healthy foods more accessible to the average person. Accessibility plays a huge factor in food selection. By creating public health policies that make healthier foods more available to the average person, individuals will have more of an opportunity to change their food habits. Food environments, which represent the physical ability of the food that affects a person's diet, have been turned into what Professor of Psychology Dr. Burke calls highly toxic environments that promote the consumption of unhealthy foods that taste better, cost less, and are more easily accessible, and are usually more advertised than their healthier counterparts. Now, on a personal level, I would say that subtle changes to your diet overall would possibly impact the life of you and the people around you. I personally subscribe to a plant-based diet that rejects the idea of eating processed foods. I cook my meals, I meal prep so that I'm never in a position where I need to eat